Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal, Mr. Butter, coming back at you. I got a different kind of review today. I want to do a little bit of like a Yeezy Day recap. No Jordans dropped this weekend, and this past week we saw Adidas selling off as much of their Yeezy inventory as they could on the Confirmed app. Unlike before, whenever you would go for Yeezys on Yeezy Supply, sometimes they would be at Finish Line and JD and Dick's, and every now and then they'd have one of the bigger releases that they had high numbers of at a lot of different retailers. And like I said, Yeezy Supply, but that doesn't exist anymore. So everything was on the Confirmed app. For me, I got excited whenever I saw the first two shoes upload on the Confirmed app that you could enter for. They were both 350 V2s. I think towards the end of the Yeezy era, people said that they were getting burnt out on 350 V2s. For me, it's still one of my favorite Yeezy silhouettes. And the first two that we're releasing were the Onyx 350 V2 and the Dark Beluga 350 V2. I wanted them both. I put in for both of them on my account and my wife's account. I haven't received any of my most recent Yeezy purchases, but this is the Beluga Reflective. The Dark Beluga is just a darker version of this, and I think these are dope. I'm really interested in seeing the Dark Belugas in comparison to these, just to see which one I prefer. I haven't worn these yet, but the next pair of Yeezys that I take off ice is going to be this pair. I think these are dope. So before Yeezy Day even started, I was entered for the Dark Belugas, and then I also entered for these again, the Onyx 350 V2. I probably entered, it seemed like a week before Yeezy Day even got here, and a lot of times whenever I enter on those shoes, I'll get a W immediately. I woke up and saw that people were saying they got immediate W's on the first two 350 V2s. I didn't hear anything. It just said participating, and that was getting a little bit frustrating. I honestly was thinking that maybe it meant that I was going to take an L, but then I was also keeping in mind that Adidas is trying to offload all their inventory as of now. I think that there was just such high numbers of them, and there was only one place to buy them, so it took really long to get results in, and two, maybe the Confirmed app was just overloaded and glitching out, because I know throughout the day it definitely got pretty glitchy at different points. It was a little bit frustrating of a start though, because for hours I saw people that kept on getting W's, and I didn't hear anything on two accounts for the first two pair that I entered for. I was unsure. I just assumed that I took L's on the 350 V2s, but then the 700 V2 Tephra dropped, and I saw a lot of mixed opinions on them. For me, I really wanted that shoe. There was a 700, I think maybe it was the Salt or the Static, something like that. There was a 700 that dropped, but I already have a pair that looks almost identical to it. I get confused with all the names, but basically I already have an all white or an all cream Yeezy 700. What I really wanted was that Tephra 700 V2. And the reason why I wanted that so much is because this is one of my favorite Yeezys in my collection. This is the 700 V2 in the mauve colorway. And I think the Tephra is really close to this. It really reminds me of this, but it's got a lot more gray than what this shoe has in it. I think this might be my only pair of 700 V2s in the collection right now, and I haven't taken them off ice just because it's my only pair of 700 V2s. However, I wanted the Tephras because now I feel like both are kind of similar, and I probably will start rocking one of these now that I know that I have a pair to keep on ice as a backup or something. But I ended up getting the Tephras. They were $260 retail, so that is pretty steep, but I really like the 700 and the 700 V2. Those are also up there with my favorite Yeezy silhouettes, so I was really happy to hit a W for the Tephras. The retail used to be $300 on 700 V2s, so I'm glad that they weren't that expensive, but still, 260 bucks. That's a lot, but maybe you can justify it because you know some of the money's going to charity. I don't know how much Adidas is going to be given to charity, but I don't know. whatever makes them sleep better at night. I think they just realized that they were missing out on a ton of money with Yeezy, and I think they realized that they kind of fell off the map for a little while, and they just want to make some money. So I think by saying that they'll contribute a part of the sale to charity, it's just their way of making themselves look better. I don't think they're out to do any super good deeds or anything. But anyhow, my first W of Yeezy Day was the 700 V2 in the Tephra colorway, so I'm really pumped to get those in. After I got the W on the Tephras, I kind of felt like, okay, now we're cooking. Now I'm ready. Got the first one, got the first W in the bag. And I might get the order of some of these wrong, so forgive me. This is just as I recall. Meanwhile, I'm working. You know what I mean? And I wasn't sure of what the order was going to be, but I just kept checking on the Confirmed app because I was actually swamped at work. Then at some point, the Azure slides dropped, and I think that's the right name. It might be something different, but the blue slides, I really wanted them. I entered for them, and no luck. I struck out on those. I really wanted those blue slides, but you know, at least I knew that I had the W on the Tephras, so I just moved past that one. Sometime after that, the Onyx slides dropped. I went for those. I didn't want those quite as much as what I wanted the blue slides, but I ended up hitting on the Onyx slides, which is good. I'll take it. I already have a couple of pair of Yeezy slides, so it wasn't like a must cop. What I really also wanted was some foam runners. The pair that I wanted the most was the MX Carbons. I believe that's what they were called. There was also some plain colored ones. I went for all the foam runners and couldn't hit a W on any of them. And that really wasn't too surprising. I've never had a whole lot of luck on foam runners, but that's just the way it goes. If I could have had my pick, I would have taken that MX Carbon or whatever they were calling that. MX Cinder, I think is what they were calling it. I really wanted that MX Cinder pair, but oh well, you can't win them all. All the while, as this is going on, I still didn't know whether or not I got the 350 V2s. It just said participating on my account and my wife's account. Towards the end of the night, I think everybody was anticipating the Pirate Black 350s. That was the pair that I wanted more than any other pair. I don't own any 350s in my collection. All my 350s are 350 V2s. I struck out on the Turtle Doves last year or whenever that was that they dropped. It seems like every Yeezy day I get a couple of W's, but I never hit on the really big ones that I want. I was pretty pumped up, getting ready for the Pirate Blacks to drop, and somehow I got logged out of my account. I went and looked at my wife's phone and tried to get on her account. It logged her out of her account. We couldn't get back in. I think it started with like address issues. Like it deleted out the address whenever I went to enter for something, and it wouldn't let me get my address in there. Then it logged me out, and shortly after that, I saw where somebody said the Confirmed app was down, and they made it sound like no more drops would happen until the next day. I went to bed knowing that I got the Tephras and also the Onyx slides. I woke up the next day and I saw that I had a W on the Onyx 350 V2s. It only took 24 hours to get the W. And then I also saw by logging into the bank that I had another W on 350 V2s from my wife's account. She was at work and I couldn't get a hold of her to find out which pair she got. I was hoping she got the dark belugas, and sure enough, whenever she got home and then I checked her account, she got the dark beluga 350 V2s. So that gave me 2 more W's. I was pumped about that because I love 350 V2s. This is a dope pair. An all black 350 V2. I might like these even more than bread 350 V2s. And I know that's crazy. I have the breads inside, but I just think these are so dope looking. Such a cool silhouette. I really like an all black color on this silhouette. So anyhow, I was pumped that I hit the dark belugas. I was pumped that I got another pair of these for retail. The dog's going crazy. We must have shoppers stopping by for the yard sale. But anyhow, my attention quickly went to the Pirate Blacks. there was some buzz about they were going to drop the next day. Some people were saying that they weren't going to drop for a while now. I didn't really know what was going to happen, but sure enough, the Pirate Blacks got loaded up and I got entered for them in both accounts. Huge surprise, I took L's on the Pirate Black 350s. I'm bummed about that, but I am really happy that I got what I did get. And I believe my good buddy Silent Z hit a W on those Pirate Black 350s. He hit the Turtle Doves too. He always hits the big Yeezys, and I always hit everything else. But that's just the way it goes. I have never had a retail W for Wave Runners, never had a retail W for Zebras, and I've never had a retail W for a 350. Along with all that, I also forgot to mention my wife wanted the compact Pandas. I think that's what people are calling them, the Pandas. They're white and black, but it's a pair of compacts. I've never had a pair of them, but Mrs. Butter saw those and she told me that she entered for them. She ended up taking an L on those, and she entered way before the drop happened. After that, I saw that they re-uploaded some sizes, and she doesn't know this. She actually said if we could get those, then that would be an early birthday present or something for her. But she entered for those and struck out. I didn't realize she wanted them, so I didn't enter for them on my account. But then sizes uploaded again, I entered and I got an immediate W in her size. So she'll have those coming, and she doesn't know that, but those will be a birthday present for her. So all in for 2 accounts, I got 2 pair of 350 V2s. I got the 700 V2 Tephras. I got the Onyx Slides, and then I got that pair of Panda Compacts. And I think that's everything. Once again, I didn't hit the big ones, but you know, I'm satisfied with what I got. It's expensive. I saw where some people were saying Yeezy Day cost them $2,000 and up, and I can see how it would happen. If you would hit on everything, you'd easily be spending over $1,000. I didn't do a grand total what I spent, but it's probably up near $1,000, if not over it. I think this will probably show Adidas that the demand for Yeezys is still there. I think that although they're making money off this, this will again be a reminder that, wow, we are really hurting from this partnership splitting up. I don't know if we can expect to see more designs coming and that sort of thing. I've heard that they have more Yeezys already made that will be releasing later this year. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't have any inside scoop at Adidas or anything like that. I hope this isn't the last of the Yeezys that we see, but I am glad that at least Yeezy and Adidas could come to terms to get these released, and I'm glad I got some W's. Let me know what all you got from Yeezy Day. Let me know if you passed and you weren't interested. I know a lot of people weren't interested at all, and there's no shame in that either. But let me know if you were able to get some W's. Let me know if you got the Pirate Blacks. That's the one that I wanted really bad. I don't know how much the price will drop, and I don't know if I want them bad enough to pay resale for them. If the price drops below $300, I'll probably grab them, but I don't know that they'll drop that low. However, I think there was a lot of pairs, so we'll see. But anyhow, let me know what pair you wanted the most from Yeezy Day, and let me know what all you got. I appreciate y'all watching, and I hope you all have a great day. I'm out.